Good evening to you. I'm Audrey Bisk. Tonight we are getting a look at the damage Ian left all across the Carolinas. 4 people died in our state. That's according to Governor Roy Cooper. And across the Piedmont Triad, wind and rain causing trees to fall, blocking roads, damaging homes and power lines. Crews are working to restore power to more than 100,000 customers tonight. Take a look at what happened to power lines in one Forsyth County neighborhood last night. Startling video there. Heather Smith says she took this video in Walkertown. You see those power lines sparking. As of 2 p.m. today, she told us she still does not have power at her home. Over 358,000 power outages were reported last night all across the state of North Carolina. Now, right now, Duke Energy crews are busy working to restore power to families all across the Triad. WXII 12's Louis Tran drove across our region today to check out some of the damage. Louis, what are you seeing in Winston-Salem this evening?
Yeah, we saw damage across the Piedmont Triad. Just to give you an idea of what many communities are going through, right behind me, you can see members of the Marvin United Methodist Church cleaning up after the storm knocked down this massive tree. Across the Piedmont Triad, families are waking up to what's left behind from last night's storm, including 9-year-old Benjamin Bryan.
I knew that God would protect us.
Within the Tobaccoville city limits, the strong winds last night knocked down this tree, and it's now hovering above Griffin Road. And up in Stokes County, downed power lines stretched across Volunteer Road. Scott Williams describes what he and his wife experienced last night.
It rained like crazy, and the wind was blowing really, really bad, and we lost power about 9 o'clock last night.
In Winston-Salem, crews were busy working on power lines, restoring power to many families who need it to care for their loved ones. We later drove to Greensboro. Duke Energy officials say there are 850,000 outages across the Carolinas. By Saturday afternoon, they restored power to more than 500,000 customers. But if you see a down power line, officials urge you to be careful.
The biggest thing we've got to emphasize is safety. You know, if you see a down line, assume it is energized and report it.
And on Stanley Road, the neighbors tell me that the strong winds last night uprooted this tree and came toppling down on their neighbor's house. And further down on Stanley Road, the strong winds also uprooted this tree out of the ground and came crashing on their van in their driveway. The father described the moment it happened last night.
I was in the living room with the kids and we were just playing games, and then all of a sudden we heard this loud crash, and it shook the house. Honestly, it sounded like thunder at first.
Friday night's storm was a scary sight and sound for many people in the Piedmont Triad. Heavy emotions that are slowly drifting like the dark clouds in the sky.
There's a lot of emotions and feelings going on with all of this, but I do have to remember that we were very fortunate that this was all that happened.
Duke Energy officials say that they will first focus on outages affecting hospitals, fire, police, and your water provider as well. Then they'll focus on outages affecting thousands of people in the area, then hundreds, and then to smaller neighborhoods. In Winston-Salem, I'm Louis Tran, WXII 12 News.
Louis, we appreciate that live report this evening. Thank you. Let's take a look at how the current outages in our state are faring at this hour. It's almost 6:05 tonight. They are listed now on your screen. Wow, those numbers still really, really high, folks. So we are hoping to keep you updated as soon as those numbers start to calm down. But let's find out where Ian is right now. Let's say good evening to meteorologist Michelle Kennedy. Michelle, hey. Hello. A wet and gloomy day today.
Yes, and tomorrow looks to be similar, but we are seeing the system pull away, so we may begin to gradually see that clearing taking place later tomorrow, but we still are under this upper low. Take a look at where Ian is right now. The system, as a post-tropical system, continues to build off to south and western Virginia. Winston-Salem, you can see from late last night the winds whipping through, and you're wondering why we have so many power outages. Well, those gusts were pretty high. Look at this. Wilbar in Wilkes County, 53 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour reported actually in Lambsburg and Carroll County. This is just north of the Mount Airy, Surrey County area. In Greensboro, you had 51-mile-an-hour gusts recorded. So definitely a windstorm event for us. In addition, the system is now starting to be picked up and moved to the north and east. You saw that on our spaghetti plots yesterday as it was lifting out. Well, it is finally beginning to weaken and will be out of the way as we head into your next 24 hours. But right now we've got the east-northeasterly wind movement with the system, Ian, and rainfall totals left behind of more than 2 inches. In Sheffield, Hamptonville, we had about 2 inches as well, and in Ennis, almost 3. We'll talk more about your rainfall totals and a look ahead to some sunshine. It's coming up.
We'll look forward to that. Thank you, Michelle. Well, as I mentioned at the top of the show, at least 4 people have died in North Carolina. Their deaths reported as storm-related. That's according to Governor Roy Cooper. The Johnston County Sheriff's Department reports 1 man died early this morning while he was using a generator in a garage. Due to the power outages, the generator malfunctioned. He died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Also in Johnston County, a 25-year-old man died yesterday when he lost control of his car on a Raleigh road. He hydroplaned into another car during the storm. A third death reported yesterday, a 25-year-old woman in Clayton. Her car went off a wet road hitting a tree. Later that night, a 22-year-old man drowned in Martin County when his truck left the roadway and submerged in a flooded swamp. Looking at more widespread damage now that Ian caused in Wake County, you can see how branches, trees, and debris have been tossed all over neighborhoods. This aerial footage also showing people repairing the roof of one home that had its roof shredded by the high winds, as you see there. And many of you have sent us videos and photos of damage in your neighborhood. Take a look at this video sent to us by a viewer from Kernersville. Home security video showing that tree being totally uprooted from the yard there. We're told this tree was more than 100 years old. To help all the communities damaged by Ian, President Joe Biden has approved an emergency declaration order for North Carolina. That means federal emergency aid will be given to our state. South Carolina saw major power outages all throughout the storm yesterday. Here's some video from Myrtle Beach showing the flooding. You can see that road underwater. Most of the water has since receded. Today, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster said crews were able to get essential systems up and running again.
Now, as I say, there is damage, there's some heartbreak, there's work to be done, but all in all, it is a good story, another good story for South Carolina, and we're open for business.
No storm-related deaths have been reported in South Carolina. Now, the death toll continues to rise following Ian's destructive path through Florida up the eastern coast. Recovery efforts are still underway while concerns grow of river flooding. Ivan Rodriguez joins us from the ground with the latest.
Recovery and rescue efforts continued Saturday with the help of the Coast Guard in Florida following Ian's devastating path in the state and the Carolinas. At least 64 people have died in Florida, and more than 1 million residents in multiple states are without power.
We have already started the planning efforts for what it's going to take to rebuild these communities and recover from this storm.
In Sarasota, cleanup efforts got underway Saturday morning after Ian slammed into the southwest part of the state as a Category 4 hurricane, the deadly storm causing massive damage and flooding.
We have over 1,300 people on the ground for the Florida Department of Transportation. 1,300 miles of roadway have been cleared.
Traffic on I-75 south between Northport and Venice, Florida, jam-packed on Saturday as residents attempt to return home, even though some roads are impassable.
The only store on this side of the river is underwater right over here right now.
This comes after a levee was compromised in Sarasota County, causing greater concern for more flooding in the Hidden River Valley community Saturday.
It's going to boil down to us coming together, working with the different agencies, working with the federal government, and ensuring that the right people get the right services.
Moving up the coast, a similar scene on Myrtle Beach where cleanup began. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster giving an update on the aftermath.
There's some heartbreak, there's work to be done, but all in all, it is a good story, another good story for South Carolina.
Back in Florida, Ian's deadly path could become the most expensive storm in the state's history. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.